once you are in, they prefer you not to hang around nobody you know. Why? Because people that's not in the industry can see BS. They can see demonic things happening. They don't want you around folks
CaveFam,
like that.
welcome back to another video. Welcome back to another reaction. This is Segovia coming to you live from the man cave. Hope everyone out there is having a good day. We made it, y'all. It's Friday, and you know what we do on Friday. Friday, we sip on something. I'm always sipping on something, but today we got a nice bubbly watermelon over here. It's Friday, y'all. Let me know down below what y'all are sipping on and what you're up to this weekend. But anyways, y'all, we got a good reaction today, but before we get into the reaction, make sure you guys leave a thumbs up, y'all. Really helps the channel grow. I'd appreciate that. But hey, you know my slogan. Enough with the chit chat. Let's get into the reaction. Here we go, y'all. A little compilation. This is a little longer compilation I put together today, y'all. It's Friday. I thought I'd sit here a little longer and chill with y'all today. So let's get into the reaction. Let's have some fun. Keep an open mind. Enjoy.
All right, apparently I'm going to become the conspiracy guy because I made the conspiracy video about the North Sea TikTok and why are we all being shown that, and everyone's mind was blown. I've since deleted that video because it filled up too much of my time answering comments and doing all that. But let's just talk about this one. AT&T, Verizon, Cricket. We all woke up, tons of our phones are in SOS mode. After that movie came out that the Obamas produced where they told us that we were going to lose all of our internet and cell service and stuff like that, then I start seeing all these videos come out by actual public officials. One was like a sheriff in some county in the state that I live in, which is Ohio, saying, hey, we have credible information that says your grids are about to go down. Your phones are going to stop working like in phases where first it'll be calls, then it'll be texts, then you won't be able to get online at all, and then we will be completely blacked out. Has anyone been hearing this? Anyone seeing this? Could it happen?
Any of y'all phones go down? Let me know down below. Mine didn't. Mine worked fine. I didn't hear about this until I was watching a podcast clip and they were talking about a lot of phones going out. I didn't have a problem. Now I know my niece, her phone was out yesterday. Now I don't know if it had anything to do with this or what, but her phone was down. Let me know down below. Any of your guys' phones give you some turbulence? Creepy times. Y'all getting close to election. They might be testing. They might be fishing. See if anyone's biting. See how we react to the phone outages.
It's not actually the
Just
North
saying.
Pole. The North Pole's been sailed every year for 30 years. It's off from the North Pole several hundred miles. This is in a region that's never been sailed before. It's between the magnetic North Pole and the actual North Pole. The waters are reported to be the roughest on the planet, so we're talking 10-story seas. This is not going to be a pleasure cruise by any stretch of the imagination. We'll be breaking ice for 8 days to get there. So it's not an easy place to get to.
I mean, there were castles and big, massive buildings in America before Columbus in 1492 and that whole story, before he even got here. So if there were already all these massive castles, massive buildings, and all these people, big people too, before 1492, then how did they have the technology while Christopher Columbus is coming over on his cute, Santa Maria or Pinta or whatever it was, those three ships that they used? And where are those ships? How come we don't see those ships? How come we don't see those today? It doesn't make a lot of sense. Wouldn't those be like put in a museum? Wouldn't you put the three most important ships of America in a museum? We don't see those either. And that's the thing. There's so many parts that are missing in which we don't see, but then we see all this nonsense over here. What about the Egyptian-like artifacts found in the Grand Canyon? Yes, same exact thing. So you have Egyptian artifacts in the Grand Canyon in Arizona. So were people...
It's freakier, being at the bottom of...
Now, I never understood how he discovered America, but there is already people here. I never understood that logic. Not even when I was young. It didn't make sense to me.
Down, it's night. You can't see a thing. You're alone in the ocean. But you can see this little gazebo. You swim to that, you pop in.
I got anxiety just listening to this. Can you imagine having to swim even 10, 15 feet in the ocean? I'm freaked out to swim in the swimming pool at night when I was little. Something's going to grab me.
And then you got air, just some valves. You
Don't
let
judge.
in some fresh air. And then you hold on, and you take off your trunks, and you just let it rip. But the problem is the fish get accustomed to this.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
So they go there knowing that you're going to poop.
As soon as you drop in the water at night, it's like the dinner bell going off. And there's like school. Yeah, because this is feeding time.
Whoa. And so you feel them like...
Yeah.
Pecking at the back door.
The worst are the angelfish, because that shape, they can get like right up in there.
Oh,
it's like not cool.
Boy.
Speaking of angelfish, I'm thinking of putting a couple angelfish back here. Just two angelfish. That's it back there. I think that look cool. Big fish just going back and forth. Sorry, y'all. But check out the tank. I got the good light in there. It looks clean. I'm going to get another plant in there today. Get my water tested. Maybe have some fish. But okay, sorry. Back to the video.
You take your fin off and you're like whacking them.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Most people won't believe this. Bob Lazar emerged in the late 1980s, claiming to have worked at a secret site near Area 51 where UFOs were stored and studied. He said the UFOs were powered by an unknown element he called Element 115, which allows warping of space-time. This element has since been synthesized but doesn't exhibit such exotic properties. Among documents Lazar saw was one titled EBE, which he assumed stood for Extraterrestrial Biological Entity. It contained biological information on alien life forms. The document apparently described how these beings helped proto-humans evolve, with sections titled Genetics and Mutations and Religion. Lazar claims the document heavily implied that modern religions are based partially on humans' ancient interaction with aliens who shaped our development. However, there is no independent verification of Lazar's claims. His credibility has been debated due to contradictions in his statements over time. If such documents did exist, their corroboration of religious accounts could dramatically reshape human origins narratives. But without more evidence, Lazar's specific assertions linking aliens to religion remain highly controversial and unproven.
Say clones, do you feel like cloning humans is close and that's coming?
Cloning has already started.
It has already started?
Back in the day, it used to cost $50,000. Who knows how much it costs now? If you ever notice a rapper first, everything's fine. Then some.
50,000 is pretty cheap if you think about it. It's not bad.
Something goes wrong.
It's a car.
They get out of line. They end up in jail. They come back looking totally different. And it's up to us if we're going to let them play in our face or if we're going to go, that ain't him. Speaking of they cloned Tyrone, isn't Jamie Foxx a part of that?
He came out looking, they were like, where's the tattoo?
Where's his tattoo on the back of his head? He was in like McDonald's or Wendy's or some damn where.
Oh, we got that video coming up.
Testing itself out. But my thing is, where was the tattoo on the back of his head? And it just makes you wonder, like, do they do this shit to like play with us, to like see if we know, to see if we still dumb, to see how many of us are dumb, to see how many of us are brainwashed so they can know how many more to continue to brainwash? People who I think are clones are Gucci Mane, Kodak Black. I really, really, really hope and pray they didn't get my boy NBA because I love NBA Youngboy and he was a certain type of way before he went to jail. And then when he got out of jail, he started painting his nails black and wearing his gothic makeup and standing all gay and shit. And it's like, Nick, he was not doing none of that. Like, he was so hood and real and I still love his music. I just don't know who these artists is when they get out of jail and they change like that. Like, who are they? Like, Kodak Black, he acts different. When he first got out of jail, he was grabbing his mama booty and he was dancing with his mama and gripping her, his own mom. Like,
no tattoo.
Beer commercial from 2008 showing dead celebrities.
All right, I had to mute this and put, my own background music on it because it would have been a copyright strike. But this is a commercial in 2008 showing dead celebrities that are still on the island. Now, there's some people in this conspiracy realm that say there's underground cities where all these celebrities that die go, but they put it in a commercial right here, chilling on the beach. They got Marilyn Monroe, Tupac. They got a bunch
Disney is trying to cover this story up. Watch this.
Amazingly enough, you're 16 years old. You wrote most of your songs. You're 16. Where does your inspiration come from?
Believe it or not, being 16, I've been through a lot, so...
Come on, how much heartbreak can you have at 16?
Oh, a lot.
We were hooking up, but I said, hey, this is not going any farther. I'm a virgin, and I don't want to lose it this way. And that didn't matter to them. They did it anyways. And I internalized it, and I told myself it was my fault because I still went in the room with him. I still hooked up with him. Here was the thing. I was a part of that Disney crowd that publicly said they were waiting till marriage. I didn't have the romantic, first time with anybody. That was not it for me, and that sucked. And then I had to see this person all the time. And you know what? It. I'm just gonna say it. My Me Too story, that someone did this to me, and they never got in trouble for it. They never got taken out of the movie they were in. Just kept it quiet because I've always had something to say, and it's like, I don't know, I'm tired of opening my mouth, so there's the tea.
This is a scripted video. It's for fun and it's made up.
But T.T. Jerry, when she was in prison, served prison time with the son of Sam. She shared a wall with the son of Sam. 2 murderers. She shared a wall with the son of Sam and Ronald DeFeo from the Amityville Horror House, the man who killed all those people in the movie The Amityville Horror, who was really based off Ronald DeFeo. She was in prison with both of them at the same time, and the prisoners from Escape from Dannemora, who that Showtime show that they made. So she was in real deal prisoners. But she said the son of Sam. Now this was months before the Netflix documentary came out. T.T. Jerry said, she's like, the son of Sam, David, did not kill all those people. He was involved in a cult. There were other murderers, but the city pinned it all on him. And then a few months later, this Netflix documentary came out a couple of years ago, basically saying that most likely Son of Sam did not kill all those people. He killed maybe 1 or 2, but there was other murderers that just got away with it.
Do you know the Henry Lee Lucas story?
Henry Lee Lucas. Well,
Henry Lee Lucas, they made a film about him called Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer.
Okay.
And it's a guy who got arrested for 62 murders. And he was basically a drifter, and he was traveling across the country murdering people.
Okay.
But they think that what really happened was they came up to him and they said, hey, Henry, there was a few people that were killed behind the bushes in Indianapolis in 76. We'd sure love to solve that crime. Was that you? Yep, that's me. I killed them too. Well, did you do it with a knife? Because we found a knife. Yep, knife. Killed him with a knife.
Yeah.
And this guy was basically a dullard and may have killed people.
Once you are in, they prefer you not to hang around nobody you know. Why? Because people that's not in the industry can see BS. They can see demonic things happening. They don't want you around folks like that because they can influence you to get out or not participate. So usually they pick your girlfriends, they pick your boyfriends. Why? See, you never can understand you got all that kind of money and you can date about anybody. I mean, half the time I go to the mall, make them celebrity women look sad. But why come they don't want those celebrities messing with anybody in the mall? Because those women in the mall are regular people. Some of them people believe in the Lord and they read their Bible on a regular. So that means they got light in them. They can't have that. So when you get ready to date somebody, they prefer you to date someone in the industry because they wicked. You see, they got to keep you wicked. So it's no wonder that Kanye West loved Kim Kardashian because she's a wicked one. She'd have been passed around like a baton.
I don't think it's a coincidence that Ashton...
I've heard a good story about that. I heard one is the reason celebrities date each other is because they do that pact, right? Like Epstein Island with little kids, whatever they do. So the only way they can, live with themselves, I guess, is if they date somebody else that made that same pact, that made that same sacrifice, whatever. So I've heard that. That's a good one. But it's not like there's not, I can understand maybe they don't want to be with someone regular because take all their money, whatever, divorce, whatever, but they're successful doctors, surgeons, right? All of these celebrities, I'm going to say it, all these celebrities that are in the limelight, they're all with celebrities. Name one down below if you have one that is with a regular person and not no B-list, C-list celebrity, an A-list celebrity. Let me know.
Kutcher, who was...
Let's start this over. Start the next video over.
Kim Kardashian, because she's a wicked one. She'd have been passed around like a baton.
I don't think it's a coincidence that Ashton Kutcher, who was once one of the hottest rising stars in Hollywood, all of a sudden left the spotlight and is now running an organization that helps kids that are being trafficked. I don't think that's a coincidence whatsoever.
How about Mark Wahlberg leaving Hollywood and relocating to Nevada because he doesn't want to be around that environment?
Mm-hmm.
How about Mel Gibson being blackballed from every single fucking movie ever? He's lucky enough that he's rich enough to do whatever he wants because he did Braveheart and fucking Patriot and all this badass shit. And now he happens to be one of the real life guys kind of doing that in his own way, which is cool as fuck. But like, you know, anybody who stands up against it is automatically blackballed.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So like this is why we don't see more of it. Like you can't see more of it because everybody who knows about it is in it.
Yeah,
that's my take at least.
For sure. And I think it's very important just in general, you know, if you want to know what ideas you should subscribe to, I would observe the things that people get the most hate for. So, for example, if you want to know whether something is true or not, well, can you, for example, if you think that doesn't own Biden, well, can Biden mock? No. If you think that human trafficking isn't real, well, look what happens to every single person that talks about human trafficking. That's in the public eye.
They're completely wiped out of relevancy as far as those people are concerned to even mention it. Like think of how aggressive of a response that is to someone that's just saying, hey man, these kids are getting fucking stolen and used and this and that. And then the automatic response by all the other people in their little genre is to like blackball them. Like, doesn't that scream like, holy shit, these dudes are like guilty as fuck?
It does to me. It does to
me.
Yeah, you can't sit there and say that Mel Gibson got blackballed from Hollywood because he's objectively a bad filmmaker. No. He's one of the best filmmakers of all time. He has films that have shaped culture, and you can't say it's because of that. So it's got to be something else.
No, they say it's because of that traffic stop that he had a number of years ago where he used the N-word. That's what people say it is, but that ain't it either. Because there's all kinds of motherfuckers that use the N-word, including the entire population, not the entire, but the majority of the population that happens to be black uses every fucking day. So we're not, like, that's not it either. This is because of this shit that we're talking about.
And I ask out, do y'all remember how creepy Justin Bieber's Yummy video was? Let's start off with the promotion for the song. Justin had uploaded over a dozen pictures of babies onto his Instagram page with the hashtag Yummy underneath. In the music video, you can see Justin eating at a table enjoying food with a bunch of the elite or rich people. He's enjoying a sandwich until gross food starts coming out. Then he's no longer eating, but all the rich people at the table are still eating the gross food, still participating in the gross acts. And towards the end of the music video, you see a plate with a baby Justin Bieber on it, and it says Yummy. During the filming of the music video, Justin Bieber had a panic attack and had to stop filming for a while. And when asked by Ellen what Yummy meant, this is what Justin had to say.
What were you thinking of when you wrote that Yummy?
Yeah, my sex life.
Okay.
It is what it is, right?
Yeah.
I'm married, you know?
Yeah, so you got that Yummy.
That's what it is, you know?
Yep, Yummy.
Is it getting hot in here?
Yeah, it was about his sex life. And then y'all find it weird how he was sipping tea in front of Ellen and got a little nervous. Y'all tell me what you think Yummy was really all about.
That's weird.
You could come to my house. You come and stay. Would you like to come and stay?
And make sure to hit that follow button because part 2, I dive in deeper to what I think it's about. And things get weird.
This rapper didn't sell his soul. That's why they came for him.
You know the whole like selling your soul? Yeah. If you don't do that, they'll kill you right away or they'll just put you in jail, right? Because if you really bag it, look, so Tory Lanez.
Tory, whose real name is Daystar Peterson, was sentenced to 10 years in prison for firing a gun at Meg and leaving her with bullet fragments in her feet.
The Tory Lanez one is interesting because he went independent. Yeah, and right after he went independent, then all this shit started happening to him. Yeah, exactly.
They took every single avenue away from me. They took the playlisting away from me. They took every single thing they could take away from me. You know what I did? I immediately went to playing.
He was one of the first to like really dip out and then make the $1 million no label. Yeah, straight off the bat, like right off the bat. But look, this is where it's crazy. So he says this.
Illuminati trying to get me back, but I'm the one they gotta spare like a Britney nigga.
It's crazy because what happened with Megan Thee Stallion, now he's in jail. Megan Thee Stallion is signed with Rock Nation. Tory's dad, even in front of the court jail, he's like, Jay-Z, I'm talking to you. Just because my son didn't want to do that shit doesn't mean you have to put him in jail. Damn.
And the whole wicked system of Rock Nation, including you, Jay-Z.
Ooh, I didn't know this.
You who say you rose from the gutter, but you have traded and bartered the souls of young men, and you're still doing it.
But I'm not going to get into that. I'm not going to get into that.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, shit.
By the way, this video is scripted and for entertainment purposes.
Yeah, I like
only.
it.
Stay weird.
This is a difficult case. The LAPD has always maintained this was a horrible accident, but the family of Officer Houston Tipping doesn't believe it. So it looks like this case will be going to trial.
I'm angry, disgusted, heartbroken, and life is just different without him because of what they did.
Shirley Huffman believes her son, LAPD officer Houston Tipping, was targeted and killed because he knew about rape allegations against fellow officers in the department.
He was concerned enough that he was looking to leave, and he had interviewed, and that was his intention, was to leave.
Attorney Brad Gage says Officer Tipping was an instructor at the police academy and was conducting a training exercise when he was gravely injured.
After he became the instructor there, one of the accused officers signed up for
Damn, they killed him because he knew about all that rape
went
stuff.
into that class, engaged in intentional acts against my client, including putting him into a headlock, which he admits in his deposition testimony that we have, and also picking him up in what is known colloquially as a pile driver wrestling move.
Officer Tipping was paralyzed and after 3 days in the hospital, died on May 29, 2022. But the LAPD calls it a tragic accident. LAPD Chief Michael Moore had this to say back in 2022.
Officer Tipping was not attacked. He was not beaten up by a group of officers, and he was not involved in any investigation of any police officer within the Los Angeles Police Department.
Gage disagrees. He's filed a lawsuit alleging wrongful death, battery, and whistleblower retaliation.
Having an officer who is investigating criminal acts against other employees who then dies and is killed has to be distressing to everyone. It has to concern us for public safety.
My son was a good cop. He loved being a police officer. It was what his fiber was.
Damn.
And I believe that
Whistleblower.
when he saw something, he said
That's
something,
what
and it
happens
got
to
him
him.
killed.
Attorney Gage says he's working to depose Chief Michael Moore. He says the trial is expected to begin in late June. I'm Gina Silva, Fox 11 News.
If you don't have what you want, stop telling yourself the story because you don't have the money, you don't have the time. That's bullshit. It's because you haven't committed yourself where you would burn your boats. If you want to take the fucking island, burn your fucking boats, and you will take the island because people, when they're going to either die or succeed, tend to succeed.
All right, family, there you have it. Hope you guys enjoyed the reaction. Hope you guys have a good weekend. Hope you have a good Friday night. I saw a good quote today about the difference between living your dream, the difference between your dream and reality. Discipline. That's it. Now, burning the boats, that's hard to do. I'm nervous to do it, right? I want to go all in, do daily uploads, and just go 100% in on this, but we got bills to pay. Let me know down below if you guys would want daily uploads. Take that commitment, take that leap of faith, go all in, see how I do. Let me know down below, y'all. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. How do you guys like the fish tank? Let me know. Let me know what you guys would want. I'm going to make a poll on my community list, and it's going to be between neon tetras, a couple angel fish, and maybe some colorful guppies back there. It's gonna be between those three. I'm gonna make a poll for you guys. But if you guys made it this far, make sure you hit that like, make sure you hit that subscribe. If you're a real true Cave fam, let me know down below. Drop a hashtag family if you made it this far, y'all. Let me know who's still in the room with me over here. So anyways, y'all, this is Segovia. I'm signing out of the man cave. I'll see you guys tomorrow on Saturday. Later. Might even have a little non-alcohol beer with me.